Welcome to RE Uncut. Our daily shows are powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au.
And in their final segment, Dean Yeo will ask Mark McLeod a simple reason why you should get more compatible with technology. They'll be back in a moment.
With the evolution of social media, marketing of property is no longer linear. Consumers are influenced differently. The Property Show is unique in that it empowers agents to connect with buyers and sellers through personalised content, social media and artificial intelligence. The Property Show delivers personalised, laser-focused marketing by combining new media, social media and audience targeting, and gives the agent a digital voice. See how well the Property Show works, and then let's get started telling the world about your property. See it now exclusively at Realty.com.au.
Hi everyone, it's Dean. Now we have Mark with me. Now, how is it that agents can become more compatible with technology?
Well, I suppose compatibility with technology is one of the most bizarre concepts on the planet. We have technology that surrounds our world today. I'm talking to you on a Zoom. I didn't even know what Zoom was 5 years ago. You know, people have mobile phones. People got mobile phones in their pockets that are more powerful than computers the size of football stadiums 30 years ago. People make a conscious decision to decide who they are and who they're not. So you hear all these people go, I'm an older person, I don't get technology, yet I can go and show you an older person who is using technology. It's a decision they make in the moment. And I go, oh, I haven't got time to learn. I go, well, who actually taught you to use your mobile phone? And they go, well, I just played with it and got to understand. I said, that's all you need to do. So I think there's a moment in time that people just make a decision on that. The compatibility with technology, I think, is to understand what technology is trying to do. And I have some really strong beliefs on this particular part. Technology for me in our industry is designed to do one thing, and it's designed to get you closer to the customer at the right time. And the closer we get to the customer at the right time is that the more chance we have of execution. You know, so whether that technology is AI and ML, and there's a lot of those kind of companies coming out in the world today, whether it's things like ActivePipe, which is ingrained in our network, or it's the stuff that we're doing. It's looking at the behaviour of humans in a way, or behaviour of your database in a way that enables you to get closer to them. Now, I don't mean I'm going to get a call this afternoon and go, Dean's going to list his house this afternoon, I'm going to go and list it. It's designed for me to see the pattern of Dean's behaviour and then to add more value to Dean in the last part of those cycles. If you look at agents, is that agents are very, very good. So if I went out tomorrow and said, and I went to 10 open homes this weekend, and I walked into every open home and I said, hello, my name's Mark McLeod. I'm going to list my home on Tuesday. I would get probably 10 out of 10 calls that night from the agents. If I walked into the open home and said, I'm going to list my home in 2 years, I would probably get one call out of the 10. So the closer the agent is to the transactional point of the process, the more likely they are to activate. And so people who understand technology use that to get closer. What's bizarre about that analogy I gave you of the open home, the one that everyone chases, I have a 1 in 10 chance of getting. The one that's 2 years away, I actually have a 90% chance of getting it. Once again, people in our industry play really bad percentages. I just say to people all the time, just play better percentages. Just play better percentages all the time. You know, why we do auctions over private treaties, it's just percentages. It's purely percentages on days on markets and clearance rates. So for me, the compatibility of technology is two things. One, everyone can be tech savvy if you want to, just a choice that you make. Because most of us now, have a phone, we use social media, we have so much technology in our world that we don't even know about. And secondly, understanding what technology is trying to do. And taking advantage of that in a way that enhances your business. The last part is just use technology to play better percentages. That analogy I gave you is exactly right. You would need a proper CRM system and probably something like ActivePipe to give that person 2 years ago an experience for you to get your percentage of listing at home at 90% as opposed to rushing to the one this Tuesday at 10%. So for me, that's probably the best way that I can explain that question.
Which gave an example also within that, as far as that if that plants that seed, that one person out of the 10 that calls them 2 years out is probably the most successful person, and he just plants that seed.
And the 2 year, and if you think about it, other chats that we've had, Dean, like that 2 year period, is all he's doing is enhancing the core product, which is trust, by turning up, adding value to that person, deepening the trust, deepening the core product. And when you deepen the core product, bingo, your business goes through the roof.
And then it ends up being quite often that he's unopposed when he goes out to list it, because why would I think of anybody else? It's just like if you ask someone about who's their accountant or who's their lawyer or who's their dentist or doctor, they don't have 4 or 5, they just have one.
There's so much talk about that, you know what I mean? And I think there's a part of our industry at the moment that probably doesn't get that that's possible. You know, you're not going to go and do every listing presentation unopposed. That's ridiculous. But if you can do more than 50 or 60%, once again, huge percentage to swing in your behaviour. You just swing your way. Huge percentages swing your way. You know, you get a better commission. You get probably the method that you prefer. You know, you probably get better marketing support, which then supports your brand. You know what I mean? There's so many incremental percentages that get lifted up by those decisions that you make. And I think technology can certainly help us do that. But in the same token, I've seen people that've got great technology that don't use it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I know, for example, in an ActivePipe, and Ash and the boys are good friends of mine. You know, I know that ActivePipe reveals what we call, high contact users. I think the name of the end of the, I think something like 40% of those people will list their home in the next 3 months off the back of that, of the high, or their number one category they reveal. I mean, you serious me? So here's 5-10 people every day have just got to call and build a relationship, and 4 out of 10 are going to come to the market. Like, percentages are hugely in your favour if you want to use that piece of technology. But people, you know, wake up every day, they have an opportunity to do that, they ignore it, they get sucked into the transaction, and bingo, their business unravels itself.
So that's a cracker. That's been a fantastic read. Thank you so much, Mark.
No
Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
The Daily RE Uncut show is powered by CoreLogic and supported by Printforce, Rockend and Realty.com.au. Realty.com.au is where you will see all our shows: Real Estate Talk, The Property Show, Auction Update, and of course RE Uncut. We are the home of property.